All right. So welcome, guys. Just the five of us here. Tonight we want to talk about expanding your warm market. Okay, so this is a very important topic, and it's one that you need to master. So it's not like one of the vital, I guess it is one of the vital behaviors because it falls under the invite, right? The attract, the invite, that one. But a lot of people, they do great with posting, right? With sharing on their timeline, right? There's a lot of new coaches, they'll master that, right? They'll get good at that. They'll post their workouts and maybe about Shakeology every once in a while, and maybe they'll even do invites, or challenge groups or free groups or something like that. But the problem is, well, and a lot of times new coaches, they do really well in the beginning because they have a warm market, right? So their warm market is to people who you're already friends with, right? And so I've had coaches that they'll hit Success Club 3 months in a row, and they'll get that Success Club starters and that free ticket to Summit. And then what always happens is they run out of their warm market, and they're not expanding their warm market. They're not adding new friends. So what always happens is it dries up, and then they get frustrated, and then they give up, Mm-hmm. So the key is you always have to be expanding your warm market, okay? So you gotta be bringing people in constantly, And that's why, like if you listen to any of the top coaches, they'll say do, 3 to 5 friend requests a day, or set a goal of 10 or 20 or 30 a week or whatever, right? And how you do that is, we'll talk about that tonight, but you can do that many, many different ways, right? But the key point is it doesn't matter how you do it, whether Instagram, Facebook, in person, whatever. The key is that you just have to do it. You just have to stop thinking of your social media platform like, hey, this is exclusively for my family, right? This social media platform is for pictures for my family and that's it, and close friends, right? Or people that I know personally, right? You got to think of it like a business, right? You got to think of it like, I got to bring people into my storefront, right? Because that's what your page is. It's your storefront, regardless of whether I know them or not, right? And then there's strategies involved of like, typically you want to find people that have similar interests to you, right? So like if you have, they say, write down your interests, like write down 5 things that define you. Are you a mom? Are you a wife? What are your passions? Like, what do you do for a living? Maybe you're a nurse, a teacher, an accountant, whatever. Are you religious? That could be one of your things that define who you are. And maybe you like, Cocker Spaniels or whatever. You love Cocker Spaniels, or maybe you love Walt Disney World, whatever kind of nerd you are, some Kimberly loves dance, right? So that's part of who she is, right? So if you create those 5 things, that's what you want to post about, right? And those are the groups. Like one of the ways that you can find people is in Facebook groups, right? You can join groups for, Kimberly, tell us again, what is the dance that you do?
Morris dancing.
Morris?
Yes, English folk Morris dancing.
Okay. So it's very unusual, right? So if I were you, Kimberly, and you probably already are, I would join every single English folk Morris dancing group that Facebook has, because you've got something instantly in common with all those people, right? Now, unfortunately, like a lot of them might be, no, it's actually a good thing. A lot of them would probably be in the UK and England and Britain, right? But we're expanding over there. So, you instantly have a connection with a market that we're expanding into, right? And, what you want to do is strike up conversations with people, comment on people's posts, and then friend them, right? Don't be afraid to friend somebody. As soon as you comment on somebody's post, or somebody comments on your post, you could send them a friend request because they know who you are and you have that connection, you like knitting, join knitting groups. If you like Cocker Spaniels, I mean, all you have to do is go up that little bar where you type somebody's name and you can say, search for Cocker Spaniels, and you're going to find groups like there's different tabs. There's like people, groups, whatever, right? Pages. You can find groups and pages and just start liking people. And I can tell you that a lot of coaches join groups, and that's how they find people, If you're on Instagram, you can search hashtags. You can search hashtag English folk dance or Morris dance or whatever, and you're going to find people doing that. And all you have to do is like them, follow them, message them, and just say, you could always just say, hey, are you also on Facebook? I love, I'm into that dance as well. I'd love to follow you on Facebook. Are you on Facebook? And it's the easy way to, they'll say, yeah, I'm on Facebook. Here's my link or whatever, And then obviously your goal is not to try to sell them something, right? I mean, not there, right? I mean, you just want to get them to follow you and adding friends. So just set yourself a goal, like I said, of adding 10 friends a week or whatever, 20 friends a week, 30 friends a week. It depends on how successful you want to be at this business. It depends on how many friends you want to do. I run free groups like clean eating groups and exercise groups, and I, will advertise on Facebook, and I'll bring in friends that way, just people that are interested in my free groups, and then I become friends with them. I'll let you talk for a while, Brian. You want to give some more tips?
Yeah. So for me, I always start off by telling you guys I am not a Facebook expert with finding friends or joining groups. I do use it and I do practice this, but like Greg said, a lot of successful coaches, Greg in particular, too, really use Facebook to its full potential with finding people. So just like Greg said, that's the most important things is join a group, and especially a group that you're interested. When I was running my free groups, I was joining groups like The Walking Dead. I'm a nerd. I'm interested in that stuff. And just having conversations with people about it. And it's something that I enjoy, so it's natural. It comes natural to me to do that. And then then friend requests, and now they're, and then I ask them to after a while to like my like page. And once they like my like page, any sort of ads that I'm going to run, they're going to be able to, get those and see my posts on my like page and also my personal page too. So I'm not directly marketing to them. It's more like indirectly marketing. But finding friends, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you're, go through your history of everything that you kind of went through in your life. And that's the first thing that I did, graduate high school, what high school was it? College, what college is it? Wrote it down. The jobs that I had, all of my different jobs. And then those are the people that I searched upon. So I searched upon my graduating class, and it was really fun because then, people that I hadn't, talked to or whatever in so long, I'm sending them friend requests on Facebook and they're accepting them. A really important tip for the ladies, and that's what we have on the call tonight. So is it's really important to change your Facebook if you're married and your name has changed, to put your maiden name into your Facebook name. So, it would be, Greg, Sarah Armfield. If Greg took his wife's name, I don't know. But you see what I'm saying? This way, when people get your friend request, they might not recognize your married name because they might not have known you, being married, but they do recognize your maiden name, and they'll say, "Oh, look at that!" And she's married now, and accept your friend request. But that's what I did. I made a list of like everything, and then I just started searching for my graduating class and then for college and for the jobs that I had. And I got back in touch with these people, and you know, I built. When I started with Facebook, I had 20-something friends. They were all family. Even when I friended Greg, I think Greg was number 31 or something. You know, seriously.
I'm so honored.
I did not use Facebook, you know. So I built, you know, my Facebook now with all my friends. A lot of them, of course, customers and coaches, but a lot of those customers and coaches, they came from, you know, doing this, you know, reaching out to, you know, all in the past and stuff. And it's really fun to, you know, to reconnect with some people. Other things that you can do if you have children, if you if you do activity with other parents, you know, like soccer or whatever that you do during the week, add them. Add, if you haven't already, add the friends of your children's parents or the parents of your children's friends. Does that make sense? Add people you come in contact with on a daily basis, weekly or monthly basis. And that's something I do all the time now. Wherever I go, you know, I have my we all have our phone with us, right? So it's really easy to bring up Facebook. And I actually give them my phone. I give it to them and I say, here, type your name in, you know, into Facebook. And they find themselves. And they say, oh, so instead of me doing it, you know, they find themselves and then they hit that friend request, you know, and then they get it and accept it. So everything, like I have my, you know, manicurist, my the people, my salon that I go to, you know, everybody that I see on a daily basis, they're a Facebook friend of mine. So they're getting all my posts.
Hey Brian, let me share my screen and I can show people what you're talking about.
Go for it.
Okay, so if you go to your friends, can you all see that?
Yep.
Right, so I'm on my personal page, right? And there's my friends, and right there is this Find Friends button, right? So you just click that, and it'll suggest people that you might know, and right, people, you see Facebook does that all the time, people you don't know. And basically what they're doing is they're looking for friends in common. Like if you have a friend in common with these people, normally that's who shows up. So you could always scroll through this and just add, you know. But another thing that you could do is add these personal contacts. So one of the first things that I did, because like Brian, I wasn't on Facebook. I didn't have a lot of friends on Facebook when I started. But I had a lot of email contacts, right? Being in the business world, you know, I had a lot of email contacts. So the first thing that I did is I sucked in all my Yahoo, Gmail, you know, Outlook emails, and Facebook automatically finds all of the your friends that are on Facebook by their email address, right? So I friended all those, you know, and then, like Brian said, you can come down here and you could search, you know, name, but you could also search by hometown, right? You could search by current city, or your school that you went to school with, mutual friends, or your college, your employer. So, like, there's my past employers. So that's one thing that I did is I clicked on the employers and I found, you know, all my previous coworkers that are on Facebook, right? School you graduated, graduate school or whatever, you know, so it gives you a lot of things that you can search by to find people. So that's a great thing to do, you know. Start with people that you do know, but you're just not connected with, right? And, you know, I think that's basically it. Now you can also come up here to this search bar here and you could say, let's see, friends, like friends in Maryland, right? Like, well, no, that's going to give me people that I'm already friends with. Let's say friends of friends in, well, let's say who like yoga. Let's see if that works. So friends of my friends who like yoga. Okay, you see that? So basically it gives me, you know, that little, they call that a graph search. So you could do friends of my friends who like whatever you like, yoga, dogs, folk dancing. It doesn't matter. You can put it right here. And, you know, you could even just, you know, the friends of my friends gives you a person in common. So when they see that, you know, you have, you know, we're both friends with Wendy, you know, more than likely they're going to accept your friend request, right? As opposed to no friends in common, you know. And they have something else in common with you that you both like dance or whatever. So that's another trick you can do. So that's basically what I wanted to show you. What else, Brian?
Just be careful also with sending out friend requests. There is such a thing called Facebook jail, where they can suspend your Facebook account if they think you're being a spammer. You have to send out like a lot of friend requests for that to happen. So, but just be aware of it. And also, if you're sending out, you know, friend requests every single day, always go back and check. Maybe Greg could, if he has any in his list, always go back and check to see if they haven't accepted. So if you send a friend request and it's been like a week and that person hasn't accepted, you can actually delete it or remove that friend request. So this way you don't have, you know, hundreds of friend requests that are just flying out there, and, you know, no one's accepting them. You can just go ahead and remove them.
Yeah, so you can click right here where it says no new friend request, right? But it says view sent requests.
Mm-hmm.
So I can view, like, here's all the sent requests that I have made, right? And, you know, if see, I clean it up like every couple weeks or like once a month. I'll go in and clean them up. But, you know, especially if there's people I don't know, all you have to do is see where it says friend request sent. You just go cancel request, you know, and cancel request. These are probably people who joined my clean eating group and I sent them a friend request and they just didn't accept. So I could just cancel their request. So it's that simple, you know, because you just want to make sure you don't have thousands of requests that are sitting out there. You know, Facebook could look at that and say, you're a spammer, you know, I'm going to suspend you or whatever. So, okay, what else? You guys have any questions so far? No?
No.
Okay. So one
Great video. I'll post it in the chat if you want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. There is a video that Brian's going to post in the chat, which is by a top coach, Brooke Lipoff, who talks all about that graph search. So remember how I said you could do friends of friends who like yoga or whatever? Well, she goes into detail about different searches that you can do using that graph search. So in different ways of finding friends. So yeah, if you want to watch that video, that's a good one for more information on that. Also, let me show you about our clean eating, our self-paced training group. All right, let me share my screen again. There we go. Okay, so Brian, can you give them the link to this group?
Yep.
Okay, so this group here is, remember I said I run a free group, right? And you probably heard, like if you were on our team call this past week, Christine Earnhardt talks about how she does free groups, right? She runs 2 a month, 1 fitness and 1 clean eating. Well, you can learn about, those are great. You know, those are great ways to connect with people, to meet new people, to have, you know, invite your friends and tell your friends to invite their friends, you know. Like what she does is she tells like all of her friends, you know, hey, I want you to invite 10 people each, you know, and they do, right? But this group, I mean, this self-paced training group, if you guys can all request to join, if you want to run a free group, there's a pinned post right at the top, and it's this one right here. It says, read this first. And if you're on your phone, it'll just say pinned post. It's just the words pinned post. And you click on that. And what it does is it basically gives you, it's like a table of contents. There's 9 different videos. Not that you have to watch them all. I think if you watch like the first 3, you'll probably get a really good understanding of how to do a free group. The first one is a video that I did on how I run my clean eating groups. And then there's a video on like how I track people and how I follow up with people. And then there's a video on how I run my free fitness groups. Okay. The rest of these videos are like how to use pick, play, post, you know, what to post, like creating a Facebook like page. It's just other stuff that you might want to do, you know, like how to create an ad to promote your free group. So those are all covered in the other videos. If you want to watch those, you can, but you can basically learn how to run a free group just by watching the first couple videos. And then the coolest thing is there's these Google links at the bottom. I'm going to click on one of these. It'll take you to a Google Drive, which has everything that you need for your free group. Like there's a grilling 7-day challenge, a crock pot 7-day challenge. There's a clean eating 7-day challenge. And if you click on that, you go in there, it'll give you a meal plan for every single day. There's a document that gives you the post that you can make every single day, you know? So it basically gives you everything that you possibly need to run a free group. And even at the bottom here, there's a document on how to set it up and how to run it, you know? It kind of walks you through it step by step, you know, like how to promote it, how to create it. You know, example private messages that you can send for an invitation. So if you don't want to watch the videos, you could just kind of go through this document and it'll walk you through it step by step, you know. So these are great ways to get your friends involved, because if, let me stop sharing, because maybe if, you know, your friends aren't necessarily interested in Beachbody or Shakeology right now, right? I mean, you could try, you know, making a post or, you know, a lot of times coaches, new coaches will share that they'll share on their timeline that they're a new coach, right? Hey, I've joined Beachbody as a new coach because Beachbody has, you know, helped me lose 20 pounds and now I want to help other people, you know? And if you share like something like that with like a picture of you, a lot of times you'll get a lot of friends that, you know, will ask you about it, you know, like, hey, what are you doing? And, you know, tell me more about this 21-day fix program that you're doing or whatever, right? So you can always do that kind of invitation on your timeline as a new coach, right? That's cool. And you might get some people that'll jump right on board, but a lot of times, more often than not, no one responds. You know, they're not ready to take that leap yet, right? To drop, you know, money on something that they don't know about, right? So what you can do is you could post and you can invite all your friends, or you could create an event. You know how you can create an event in Facebook, like for a birthday party? Create an event for your clean eating group, your 7-day clean eating. And if you invite your friends, and then they see it's free and it's going to be fun and you're going to give away prizes for whoever eats clean for 7 days, they're going to be like, yeah, sure, I'm in, you know? And then you tell, like Christine does, right? Private message your friend Susie and say, hey, Susie, can you invite 10 of your friends, you know? And that's a great way to expand your market. And now you get all these women in your group that you become friends with, and you're sort of coaching them, right? They're seeing you in a coach role. You're giving them that daily post and motivation and support, and you're private messaging them every day, like Christine talked about on that call. If you guys didn't listen to that call, go back and listen to it because I posted the recording. And you build up that relationship over that week. So after the week is up, then you go live in your group, you know, do a Facebook Live or make a Facebook post that says, you know, who wants to continue on, right, and join my private challenge group, my Beachbody challenge group. And that's kind of the whole secret to this business, right? It's just getting people started with something free, and then, you know, convincing them to get a challenge pack and getting them involved in a challenge group. Like I use the My Challenge Tracker app. So, you know, once you got people who are interested in, you know, you being their coach and them getting started with a Beachbody program or whatever, and then just get them in, just start your own challenge tracker group and add them, you know. Or, you know, we have a premier group. I know Brian runs a premier group on Facebook, and I run a premier group on Facebook, and you can always add people into that if you prefer, you know. Any questions about that? No?
So right now I've got my little challenge group that just ended yesterday.
Any challenge?
Actually, we all did 21-day fix, and everyone's doing it on either a copy I loaned them or a hijacked version.
Okay.
So nobody's actually a Beachbody member right now. So everyone was very impressed. I got great results and a lot of congratulations. So for me now, it's going that next step.
Yes.
Everybody's happy. You know, everybody's had great results. But now how do I say, you know, here, why don't you try this Beachbody on Demand thing, right? I'm not good at selling, right? That's my problem.
Right. So what I would do, start by just saying, hey guys, I know you all finished with this one, and we're going to go on, for whoever's interested, we're going to go on to 21 Day Fix Extreme. And I'm going to be running a 30-day group for that, starting whatever, right? The 24th, let's say, or May 1st, whatever date you want, right? And say, I would love to get you guys started with that program and come join my group. Who would be interested? You know? And that's the point where you say, nope, there's no more freebies. You actually got to buy it, you know? And from then on, you want to private message people. Even if people don't respond to that post, you want to private message every single person that's in that group, and you want to say, hey, Susie, congratulations on doing the 21-day fix and getting results. Or, you know, even if they didn't do it, just say, hey, I'm sorry you weren't able to complete it, but I want to let you know that I have this new challenge coming up, and I would love to get you into it. Would you be interested? Okay. You don't even have to tell them the details of it, right? They'll probably just say, yeah, I'd be interested in it. What do I need to do? And then you can say, well, you're just going to need to, you know, get the 21-Day Fix Extreme or whatever program you want to pick, right? And you could make it general. You could let them pick whatever program they want. But since they all did 21-Day Fix, that's why I'm suggesting 21-Day Fix Extreme, because it's the second one, right? And I would then tell them about, I would say, you know, honestly, you could get just the 21-Day Fix Extreme program. It's going to cost you about $70, you know, with shipping, you know, maybe $75, $80, right? You could do that, not a problem. But what I would suggest, you know, because, you know, the best deal and what I have is the All Access Pass Challenge Pack.
Right.
You know, and that's how I position it to them. I'm like, you know, honestly, if you want the best deal, you can get the All Access Challenge Pack, which gives you not only 21-Day Fix Extreme and 21-Day Fix, but it gives you every single program that Beachbody has, plus every new one that's coming out over the next year, you know? And it's on sale only $160 this month, you know? And you get, you know, you see this Shakeology drink that I'm drinking that has 70 superfoods in it, and I love it. You get that, you know, 30 days of that included as well for only $160. You know, would you be interested? And 90% of the time they'll say yes, yeah, you know. And even if they say, oh, that's too much money, you know, remember, you're going to get while it's on sale, you're going to get a $50 commission off of any challenge pack that you sell, right? Plus, you're going to get them on Shakeology, right? Which is great, because then you're going to get a $30 commission every month that they stay on Shakeology. So I look at it as like a loss leader. Like, even if I have to give them back the entire $50 to get them on a challenge pack, that's what I'll do. But I'll typically start off with, well, how about, you know, I give you back, I'll split my commission with you and I'll give you back $25, you know, as a gift from me. And a lot of times they'll say, yeah, that's a good deal. I'll do it, just say, because I really want you to have Shakeology, and, I want you to get this all access pass for a year because it's such an awesome deal. What if I gave you $25 back? Would you do it? See, you're going to say, yeah, I'd do it.
Okay.
So will they.
And one thing you don't want to do is get stuck in that cycle of running free groups and giving everything away for free. Just keep giving it away for free, giving it away for free, giving it away for free, because then you're never going to, your business is never going to grow. It's just not. And you're going to spend so much time giving away everything for free. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to say, this doesn't work. So, like Greg said, you have to, and it's fine right now because you're learning. So, you don't have to put your foot down right away, but there comes a time when you're giving away everything for free, and then when it comes time to get this free group, you're going to have people say, no, Kimberly, I love your free groups. I don't want to buy anything. Can I just, come into the next one? And then you might break down and say, sure, all right, come. You can't. You got to be like, because you got to hold your ground, and you got to be like, listen, I love having you in this group. You did an amazing job, just like what Greg was saying. But this next group is a premier group. In this next group, we're really going to be rocking it out. We're really going to be focusing on results. I'm putting so much of my time into this next group that you need to get the program. That is your investment. I'm investing as your coach my time. By the way, are these all your customers? Did they sign up for a free account, and now you're their coach?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's something you want them to do, because that doesn't cost anything. You kind of want them to do that. If everyone's doing the 21-day fix, just asking them like, hey, go get your free account. It doesn't cost you anything. Nothing's going to happen. And then on record, I'll be your coach. It'll officially show that I'm your coach on record. So then at least they're doing that, and now you have that in case when they do order, it'll be much easier. But you have them as a customer now officially.
And also, if anybody says like, well, I can't even afford the program, right? Then just have them sign up for the 30-day free trial of Beachbody On Demand. It includes 21-day Fix Extreme, right?
Does it?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't include 21-day Fix, but it includes 21-day Fix Extreme. Because 21-day Fix is more popular, so they wanted people to pay for it. But anyway, I mean, that's something that you could fall back to. If they absolutely say, I can't afford anything, except my 22-inch new flat screen TV I just bought, then just say, well, you could sign up for 30 days for free, and I'll be your coach.
Okay. No, that helps. I've been just kind of like paying attention and listening to you guys, because I didn't want to go off and make a bunch of mistakes and stuff. But I'm not a salesperson. I just want to actually help my friends. But I want my programs back and them get their own. That's my goal.
Yeah. And you just got to be honest with them. Like, don't think of it as like you're trying to sell them something. Think of it as, hey, you just purchased this all access pass, right? It's like Netflix. I mean, think about if you were the only person that knew what Netflix was, wouldn't you want to tell other people about how cool it is and how much stuff you get, and you can sit there and binge watch all day long? And, I mean, that's all you're doing is you're just sharing how cool it is, right?
That's awesome. That's a great example, Greg. I was just picturing that in my head. Like the whole population doesn't know anything about Netflix except for me.
Right.
I would be like, wow, doesn't that seem like so easy to talk to somebody about?
Right. Instead of just going and spending $20 for a movie, you could get Netflix for.
I kind of do that now because we cut the cord like almost a year ago, and we got rid of cable, and now we just have Amazon Prime and Netflix and Hulu. So everything is streaming. And
how do you get Walking Dead? You go to AMC?
Yeah, Sling TV is an app, and it has a bunch of the cable channels, and AMC is one of the channels it has. Okay. And it's $20 a month, but we were paying like $60, $80 for cable, and it's crazy. So, and now we cut that in half. and now we watch when we want, whenever we want. But I love it so much. It's easy. I'm talking about it now. You know, like at work and everything, I'm telling, oh, you need to cut the cord. You need to cut the cord. This is what I have, and this is how I watch Walking Dead. You get AMC, you know, live, and you know, I watch it Sunday night live, just with the rest of the country too. But I stream it, and it's awesome. And you know, so just like that, because it's exciting, and you're doing the same thing with Beachbody On Demand, because it truly is. I mean, incredible. I was doing that today. I had my alarm system got installed today. And the alarm guy came over, real nice guy, younger guy, and we were talking. He saw my Select Techs because they're right there where I do my work. He's like, oh, I got some of those. And he's like, but I haven't used them in so long. Boom, opportunity. I'm like, oh, man, these are awesome. And Select Techs said, you got to do it. And I said, and you know what I'm doing? I'm doing this program called Body Beast. You know, have you heard of Beachbody? And he's like, no. And then whenever I say that, and then people say no, I instantly say, you know, P90X, Insanity, and they always go, oh yeah, okay, is that Beachbody? Yeah, you know, 21 Day Fix, and you know, well, they got tons of programs. They got hundreds of programs, not just P90X. And so they got, you know, awesome. And then I had it on, and I turned it on for him, and I said, this is what I'm doing, you know, Beachbody On Demand, and we went to the Body Beast exclusive one, Wendy, you know, where he lifts the 100 pounds. And I was showing him that, you know, and he's like, oh, wow, this is so cool. And, of course, friend now, you know, my ADT guy. So he's going to be getting all my posts and everything. So, but that was the thing, you know, I was so excited about Beachbody On Demand, and I'm talking to him about it, and I'm telling him all the features, everything that it comes with, the exclusives, and we were scrolling through the menu. And he didn't even know, you know, P90X2 or P90X3. You know, he's like, I didn't know they have that. I said, yeah, you know, Tony Horton, he's awesome. He's got so much more. And I clicked on Tony Horton, and you know, all of his 10-minute trainers and P90s and just long list. And look at all these programs by Tony Horton. So, you know, it's just having, you know, talking about it, having that excitement of what a great value it is. Now, I didn't say anything about cost or you know, how much it is, or hey, and you get the Shakeology, and you get this, and you get, now sign on the dotted line. You know, I didn't do any of that. I just shared. That was my only intention, was to share, not to make a sale or do anything like that, but to share. I got a new friend on Facebook. I got his number too, because he said, any problems with the alarm, you give me a call, da-da-da. You know, so in a while, I'm going to send him a message, and I'm going to say, thank you. You know, the alarm's working great. Thanks so much. Hey, remember I was talking to you about Beachbody On Demand? Well, I didn't mention it, but I also run fitness groups and support groups for this stuff. And if you're interested, I got a new one starting up. If you want, come check it. Then that is where, after I plant the seed, that is where that comes in. Make sense?
My in-laws' house just got broken into today. Speaking of ADT.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And it was funny because
they have ADT?
No, they don't. But
they're going to say they had ADT and it didn't work. No.
They live out in the country, and so somebody must have been like stalking them and watching them leave, you know, because they're normally always there, you know. So they just went to the store, and that's when they got robbed, you know, in daylight. So
it's insane.
I mostly got. I mean, we got it for security, but I also mostly got it because it's got the smoke detector on it. The you know, throughout the house now, he's got the smoke detectors on there, and it goes right to the ADT. So if we're not home, like we have, you know, all the trips coming up and everything, if there's a fire, you know, at least hopefully that they get here in time, they can get the cats out, you know, and you know, that was one of the biggest things, was getting it more out, you know, away for a while.
Okay, any other questions?
Anyway.
So for the BOD free access, is there a list of what's on there somewhere?
Yes. There is probably an FAQ. Well, not probably. There is an FAQ.
Okay.
And okay, so I just went to the FAQs. I typed in BOD. And then the first one that came up was Beachbody On Demand. It's fact. 2020. Okay, member benefits, member library, and purchased programs. So there's a link there. What's included? Member library gives you all the programs. So it's this is the FAQ, 4643.
PC 21-day fix.
Yep, it's the first one. 21-day fix extreme, Focus T25, hammer and chisel, body beast, all the P90s, turbo fire, Brazil butt lift. I'm not gonna read them all, but there's a ton. And then it also gives you the list of network exclusives, which are only, network exclusives. Oh, no, that's the network exclusives. So those are exclusive only to Beachbody On Demand. Like Plyo Fix, the Fix Challenge, Battle Buddy. No, there's DVDs for those. I don't know, but that's the FAQ. You can read that. Or 643.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
The cool thing about the All Access is it also gives you like all the bonus DVDs and the deluxe DVDs and like Tony Horton has a whole library of one-on-one workouts and you get all those as well. So it's pretty cool.
BOD really messed up my prize giveaways.
Oh yeah.
But I used to give away all of those, all of that stuff.
Right.
MMA mashup is the bonus. Here's the Battle Buddy that you were just talking.
Right.
But now everyone has BOD, so it's like I already have it. I don't want this.
I know. And I mean, one thing that you can do as a selling point is you could say you can get every single program now for $30, right? With the purchase of Shakeology. I mean, that's a different way to spin it. Instead of saying, you can get it for $160 on sale, you could say $30 with Shakeology,
Yeah.
So, okay, we have to wrap up. We have our other call starting, our business builders at 9:00, and Jill is going to lead that and talking about being a product of the product. So, Brian, you cannot leave.
Jill, I am so sorry. I do have to go, but I am going to watch the recording.
Okay, so I can't say anything bad about you.
You can, and